welcome to my channel. My name is Rebecca Ruiz. Today I'm sharing this layout that I designed for Simple Stories using the Summer Snapshots collection. We are celebrating the International Scrapbook Day, and Simple Stories is having an Instagram hub. This layout is part of the celebration. If you visit their Instagram page, you're going to find a lot of inspiration from the design team, and you can participate of the hub and maybe win some of the prizes. I try to make something different of what I usually do, so I'm trying to arrange the pattern papers differently. For that, I'm trying to find like some angles to place the paper in the borders of the cardstock with an angle. I'm marking the paper with the pencil. I don't have exact measurement for this. I just place the paper in a way that I like, make some marks, and then put it in the trimmer. What I'm doing is I'm trying to find contrasting paper to arrange two contrasting paper together, so both pattern papers can be seen. I want them to be seen in the layout. For sure, I know that I want to use the frame with the photos. This is the chipboard frame from the same collection, the Summer Snapshots. And the Summer Snapshots title is part of the page pieces. These are small packs of die cut that Simple Stories arrange with each collection. And this pack have an idea of how to assemble a layout using these page pieces to make your life easier, but you can change it, the use of it, like I'm doing here. I'm adding it to my layout so you have the flexibility of use it in any way that you want, not just following the same design in the pack. Initially, I added the papers on the top, left, and bottom side, but then you're going to see that I moved them because I don't want the embellishment to be on top of those papers. I want the embellishment, the title, to be alone, so I'll be moving this to the side. Now to add more paper, I use the 6x8 paper pad and use this checker paper and the yellow citrus paper. I'm adding the frame to the checker paper and then the checker to the yellow. But I'm removing the tape because I'm not sure, maybe I need to add something behind. So I'm leaving the top area without tape in case I want to add something there. I do the same for the yellow paper. I only add tape to the sides and bottom part. Now I'm arranging the papers to the side. I arranged them previously. I cut this part because I'm arranging them again because I forgot to distress the edge. So I'm removing them, distressing the edge, and adding them together. As you can see, part of the paper is outside of the cardstock. That's because I don't want the paper to be under the frame. I want it to be pointing to the center, but not touching anything from the center area. I want some space in there. Now I'm using the trimmer to remove the excess of the paper. I can do that with the scissor, but I prefer to do it with the trimmer. I think for me it's a cleaner cut. And I have this strip of stripes in my desk from a previous layout. I have it in the paper pack, so I'm using it here because it looks nice. I'm adding it to the bottom and I'm distressing the edge of the paper a little bit more with my nails just to add more texture and dimension to the page. It looks really nice with the distress. But at the end, I'll be stitching those papers because I don't feel they were really well added to the paper because some areas were very thin, and I decided to stitch them to secure them better to the layout. Now I'm using a tag I'm adding twine. This is a navy twine. I'm making a double bow, but I'll be removing the bow at the end of camera and just adding it without the bow, because this is an element that you can pull from the layout to reveal the journaling. So I think the bow can be damaged in the process of removing the tag, so I prefer to leave it simple. These are die cuts, as I mentioned before. I use foam tape behind them to give them dimension. In the corner of the frame, I'm going to embellish a little, not too much because it is already busy with all the papers and the frame. I'm adding this die cut floral. I'm using this sticker, it's a yellow flower. And I'm thinking about adding this cone to the right. On the bottom of the snapshots word, I added a garland with a label. It's a die cut. And I'm placing a sticker word on top of it. I'm not going to notch the edge to make it look like a banner to that word. And right now I'm adding a few ribbons to the floral cluster to add more dimension there, more details. This is flat, the others are with foam, so you can play with that. I added another there. And after adding all the flowers, I'm adding some hearts to the side of the snapshot word. I'm using die cut, but also I'm going to use small heart stickers. And I'm adding heart also to the cluster on top of the photo. I'm moving them because I have a yellow flower there, so I'm going to change the color, the blue to another place. And now I'm adding the small hearts to the side of the snapshot word. I just like playing with the colors and contrasting them. I'm using the decorative brass. These are very easy to use. They are flat and with glue, so you just have to place them wherever you want. And I'm adding a few enamel dots from the collection for another texture and detail to this page. Off camera, I stitched the border of the pattern papers on the sides. I also stitched a zigzag border on top of the bottom piece of paper. And now I'm going to add some paint splatter using black acrylic paint diluted in water. I just want to add a few splatters here and there, but when moving the brush I got a big dot on the right side, so I'm going to make a few big drops here and there. Here is the stitch border around the paper and the zigzag border that I mentioned. Also off camera, here you can see the journaling. Off camera, I added enamel dots on the garland, one piece on each design. And this is how I finished this layout. Thank you so much for being with me in this video. I hope you like and enjoyed this layout. If this is the case, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more inspiration. And remember, this is part of a hub on Instagram. You can visit Simple Stories Instagram page and follow the links there. Thank you. If you want to subscribe to my channel or any of my social media, all the links are in the description box. Bye. Have a wonderful day.